Hey YouTubers, welcome to the Cyber Overwatch channel. I'm Pragmatic1. In this video I will be doing a walkthrough of the OffSec Proving Grounds SAR vulnerable host. I will provide a walkthrough of Reconnaissance through post-exploitation. This will include performing port scanning, service enumeration, web fuzzing, OS command injection, and privilege escalation. If you find this content informative and you are interested in cybersecurity, please like and subscribe to the Cyber Overwatch channel. Also, for more free content, please regularly check back on www.cybersec.com. SAR is a vulnerable host created to allow users to practice ethical hacking techniques. The virtual machine is downloadable from VulnHub and also accessible from the OffSec Proving Grounds virtual training lab. SAR is affected by a OS command injection vulnerability in the web app SAR.txt. OS command injection involves executing operating system commands on a web server through an improperly sanitized web interface. This exploit can allow users to upload malicious code or gain access to sensitive information. I went ahead and started my target host SAR. As shown on the screen, it now has an IP. The first thing I need to do is information gathering, including port scans and service enumeration. I will use the reliable nmap to gather what information I can about the host. I'll run the following command shown in the CLI. When I look at the nmap scan results, I can see that nmap detected two open ports, port 80 and port 22. Analyzing the results of the nmap scan, it appears that SAR is a Linux host. This is based on the detected OS type, CPE, and banners. Let's look at HTTP. When I browse to port 80, I can see what looks to be a default out-of-the-box Apache Ubuntu page. I'll run fuff to crawl the entire site looking for hidden directories. I'll run the following command shown in the CLI. The -w is for the word list, the -u is for the URL, the -fc tells fuff to exclude 403 responses. I'm just looking for the 200 OK responses. To running fuff, it found a total of 3 pages: the index.html, phpinfo.php, and robots.txt. I reviewed the robots.txt page. It noted SAR to HTML. Let's check the page out. I browsed to the SAR to HTML page, and it appears to be a web app where you can upload files. I reviewed the web app looking for anything interesting. When I click on new, I notice an interesting URL. It shows new as the value of the parameter plot. Before further testing, I decided to check to see if there were any exploits available for SAR to HTML in searchsploit. I ran the following searchsploit command shown in the CLI. The results show that there are 2 exploits available. Let's look at the text file 47204.txt. If I run the following command shown in the CLI, searchsploit-m47204, it will provide the full path to the exploit, and it will also copy the exploit to the directory I am currently in. In this case, I am in the downloads folder. To find out what is in the text file before I try to run it, if I run the following command shown in the CLI, I can review the contents of the text file. It looks like it states that you just need to add a semicolon and a command. This looks like a possible OS command injection vulnerability. OS command injection involves executing operating system commands on a web server through an improperly sanitized web interface. This exploit can allow users to upload malicious code or gain access to passwords or other sensitive information. To test this out, I went ahead and entered !ID and hit enter. The page seemed to refresh. Sure enough, when I click the select host dropdown, I can see the user account for the web service is www-data. Based on this, the web app does appear to be vulnerable to OS command injection. I want to see if I can get a reverse shell on the target host. In this case, I will try the pentestmonkey PHP reverse shell. If you have Kali, it is located in the /user/share/webshell/php folder. I'll copy the web shell to my downloads folder using the command shown in the CLI. Before I can use the pentestmonkey PHP reverse shell, I need to make some modifications. I need to update the IP to my Kali's IP. I can change the port if I want, but I'll leave it at 1234. Now that I have modified the reverse shell, I need to run my netcat listener. I use the following command shown in the CLI. The -n tells ncat to not do any name or service lookups. The -l tells netcat to listen. The -v is for verbose, and the -p is for port. Now that I have modified the reverse shell and started my listener, I can now try to upload the web shell to the target host. I will replace new with my wget command shown in the CLI. When I hit enter, there is a quick refresh and it almost looks like nothing happened. But if you look at the top left, you'll see the wget output. If I exploited the vulnerability correctly, it should have uploaded the reverse shell to the SAR to HTML folder on the web server. Let's see if it worked by browsing to revshell.php as shown in the CLI. I can see that the reverse shell worked, and I can now see a command prompt. If I do a whoami command, it shows that I am logged in as www-data, which is the SAR to HTML web service account. Now that I'm on the target host, I need to do some directory enumeration to see what I can find. I'll run ls-la. Based on the output, it looks like I'm in the root directory. I changed directory to the home folder and ran ls-la. I can see the local.txt file containing the first flag. If I cat the local local.txt file, I get the first flag. Now I need to find a way to escalate privileges. In the meantime, I entered the local.txt hash into the Proving Grounds console. Now that I have the local flag, I need to capture the root flag. This will require me to escalate my privileges to root and access the root directory. I'll run linps and see if I could find a possible privilege escalation path. I have already copied linps over to the downloads folder. With linps in the download folder, I can try uploading linps to the target host. I change the directory to the temp folder, then I run wget command shown in the CLI to download the files to the temp folder from Kali. With linps on the target host, I run it to see what it gets. Linps is now on the target host, so I'll execute linps. Running linps, it looks like it found a possible escalation point in a file called finally.sh that was detected in crontab. /etc/crontab. Looking at the output, it looks like the bash script is ran by root every 5 minutes. I navigate to the /var/www/html folder to look at the bash script. I can see there is another bash script titled write.sh. Doing an ls-la, I could see that the write bash script is writable by the www-data account. To try to exploit this, I will write some commands into the write.sh script. The first command shown in the CLI copies the /bin/bash program to the /var/www/html folder. The second command shown in the CLI will change mod the bash file with sudo-bit enabled. This will allow me to run the copy of bin bash with root privileges. After 5 minutes, when I cat the /var/www/html folder, I can see that bash has been copied over. When I run the bash-p command and hit enter, I get a blank prompt. To verify that privesc worked, I run the whoami command, and as you can see in the CLI, it shows that I am root. Now that I am root, I navigate to the root directory where I can see the contents. Sure enough, I have located the proof.txt file. I cat the proof.txt file in order to get the hash. I enter the hash into the console, and I have completed the host. To conclude this video, using a variety of techniques, I was able to go from Reconnaissance to gaining root privileges on SAR. Performing these steps allowed me to gather the information I needed in order to gain a foothold on the target host. Upon gaining access, performing further enumeration allowed me to find a workable escalation path to root in order to gain the final flag. Thank you for tuning in to this demonstration of the OffSec Proving Grounds SAR vulnerable machine. Thank you for also checking out Cyber Overwatch channel. If you find this content informative and you are interested in cybersecurity, please like and subscribe to the Cyber Overwatch channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a question in the comments, or you can message me from the cybersec.com website listed in the description. Until next time, keep learning. The only way to improve is to keep learning. Pragmatic One, signing off.